Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and this is a deck review. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for taking some time out of your day to hang out with me so we can talk about playing cards. This is the only Magic review channel that reviews playing cards and magic tricks and magic books and does giveaways every single month. And we have a member section. That's right, we have a member section. For only $2, you'll get access to over 500 more videos. Give yourself the Christmas gift that you've always wanted right now. Click a link below, join the member section today, and start enjoying those extra videos. Today is going to be a super special deck review. I'll tell you why. Because we're going to review the Nifty deck and the Daisy deck from DeLand and penguinmagic.com. And the reason why we're doing this is because earlier this week on Wednesday, we did the top 5, right? We did the top 5 for best magic books that also come with the deck of cards. And the Mystery and Madness deck and book were the number 1. And that's still my favorite. And I mentioned that there's several decks that go along with that. And there's been 2 decks that have come out later that really weren't a part of Mystery and Madness when it came out. These 2 are also mentioned in the book, but they weren't a part of that project. So these 2 were actually illustrated by Phil Smith and released through Penguin Magic. But before I show you those, let's recap and look back at the originals. So the first one was the black automatic deck. There's special markings on the back that allow you to know the exact suit and value of every card, and there's also a secondary marking that tells you the position that card is in the stack. The cards are also tapered, which means they're a stripper deck, so you can control singles or groups of cards with ease. And of course, we've got to mention the Mystery and Madness deck. That was a full set of gaffs that enabled you to perform the tricks that were in the Mystery and Madness book. Then I mentioned the Wonder deck. That one's the red one. This was the very first Edgemark deck ever created, sold by DeLand in 1915, similar to the dollar deck I'll mention later, and it allows the magician to determine also the position of any individual card. Then there are the red and blue automatic decks. So these are the old school ones. These are the ones from Adams. So this deck is marked and stripped and stacked. So you can instantly pull pre-selected cards from a shuffled deck and be able to name the location of any card at any time. Then there's the DeLand dollar deck, which is exactly the same as the previous that I just mentioned, except for the fact that these are printed by Bicycle. So they have a much clearer image on the front and back. The graphics are sharper, and of course, much better cardstock. Which takes us to the Daisy deck and the Nifty deck, like I said, illustrated by Phil Smith. Again, classic DeLand decks, also marked, right? Also marked cards, but these are released from Penguin Magic. Both these decks were originally printed back in 1919. The Daisy deck and the Nifty deck look like simple, innocent cards, but like I said, they hold many secrets. And because they're a complementary pair, Penguin Magic decided to color them different. So the Daisy deck is a deep burgundy and the Nifty deck is a dark blue. All the decks come with instruction cards that teach you how to decode the markings, as well as a tutorial video from Kevin Rylick. The marking systems are well hidden, but simple enough that you can master them with the right amount of practice. When you look at the tuck boxes, they're going to feature all new 100% custom designs that deliver a vintage vibe that has been elevated with a touch of modern elegance. Each deck also has a custom tuck seal. Looking at the back designs, each deck has a full bleed borderless back design that looks perfect on the poker table. They meticulously recreated each design to be faithful to the original, all the while making small changes to make the decks more useful to a modern performer. Now, I'm not going to show you where the markings are, but I will tell you that they are marked for suit and value on every card. But there are also other secret markings as well. They've actually expanded upon the original design from DeLand and taken it a step further, which means each deck has over 500 marks. A very quick glance at any card will tell you the identity of not just one, but 3 cards, as well as how many cards are left in the pile. Going through the faces, both the Daisy deck and the Nifty deck have gorgeous custom faces based on designs from the early 20th century. The faces have been completely redrawn for modern printing, but fully capture the essence of vintage designs, including subtle symmetry and small imperfections. The Ace of Spades and Jokers are faithful recreations of DeLand classics. They also come in a Cy Stebbins stack, direct from the factory, which allows you to perform a number of diabolical effects. Both these decks were also nominated for a Deck of the Year with Penguin Magic back in 2020. The other thing I can do is I can measure them and weigh them. 10 cards in the caliper come to 2.92. 2.92 is very thick, right? This would be a thicker card, more of what we would consider to be a casino grade stock, which means they're gonna be thick and crisp right out of the box. So that is all. That is all the DeLand decks, right? And there's a ton. So I say if you have the Mystery and Madness book, then do you have all the decks that go along with it? Because they certainly become a companion piece, and anything that's not covered in one is going to be covered in the other. And certainly it's fun to have all that history that's in the Mystery and Madness book. And again, I'm going to go back and say that book is one of my very favorite books. It's not necessarily going to teach you like a ton of magic. That's really not its point. I think the point behind it was to teach you about Theodore DeLand and teach you about the history of him and his creations and his inventions. But certainly there's some fun little pieces of magic in there scattered about. So that's everything. If you want to pick up your own Daisy deck or Nifty deck, you can pick it up at penguinmagic.com. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, hey, and one more thing. I know you've seen me in my videos wear this shirt a lot, the Magic Orthodoxy brand shirt. And I don't know if you know this, but this is not just a merch shirt. This is not just a shirt that has my brand. This is actually a magic trick. This is a magic reveal t-shirt that is available exclusively at my Teespring store. It was actually designed in Melbourne, Australia, and it is your 30-minute secret weapon, because it looks like a seemingly innocent vintage tee, but all over this are 6 different magic reveals. So you got ESP reveals, coins, cards, the toxic forces on here, even a movie, and a lot more. You can use this as the grand finale of your entire close-up act. It's available in maroon, black, and gray. And I have another YouTube video that completely explains how to do a reveal for each one of these tricks. So I actually have a magic tutorial for this t-shirt on my channel. So it's there. It tells you all about it if you want to learn more. Or you can just go down to any one of the graphics that are down there. That'll take you out to the Teespring store if you click one of those. And thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for all your support.